Hey, everybody! I hope you are having a fabulous Friday. Oh my goodness, we made it to Friday. So exciting. All right, Erin Heberger here, hashtag Teaching Sparkles, lover of everything sparkly, as we know. And I am here tonight to talk to you about personal development. So we're going to talk about the ins and outs of personal development. If you are watching live right now, please type in the comments where you're watching from. If you're catching the replay, drop replay in the comments. And if you are brand new to my lives, please drop newbie in the comments so I can give you some new love. Love when new people are hopping on here. All right, so as I said, we're going to be really diving into personal development and what is personal development and why the heck is it so important to network marketing, but even more than network marketing, to you as a person. So I want you first to drop a 1 if you engage in any sort of personal development in your life. No matter what it is, no matter how much or how little, drop me a 1 if you do some sort of personal development, something to better yourself. All right, so Jim Rohn says, I love this quote. He said, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. That man is a genius. He really is. And I'll get to more about him in a few minutes. But, I mean, what better to invest in than yourself in growing? Because you only have one you, so better make it the best one. All right, so first of all, what is personal development? That's the first thing I want to talk about. So number 1, personal development, it's a lifelong process. It's not something that you're going to do for a day and then be done with it, okay? You're constantly changing, you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing. So it's a lifelong process. And it's a way to assess your personal skills, your personal qualities. It's a way to create goals for yourself. Think about those dreams and aspirations that you have for yourself. And then most importantly, helping you to figure out to make a plan of how to make those dreams and aspirations come true. So that's what personal development is. All right, so where do we get it? How do we get this personal development in our lives? Well, there's a few different ways. So number 1, one of the awesome parts, there's a lot of awesome parts to network marketing, but one of the best parts, I think, is how much free training is out there. Between YouTube videos and Facebook Lives that people do all the time now, there is so much out there that's free for you. So there's so many amazing leaders in the field that offer at least some free training, you guys. Jim Rohn, there's YouTube videos. Who else? Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins. I was lucky enough just in the last month to watch Facebook Lives by Rob Sperry, Ray Hidkin, and Todd Falcone. All of them did Facebook Lives. I'm actually in this amazing group that has a ton of generic network marketing training, and just different people are constantly doing guest videos. The trainer herself is amazing. So if you want to get in that group, drop group below because it has a ton of training. No matter what company you're with, no matter what industry, what part of network marketing, what company, drop group because there is some amazing content in this group. And then within my own team, we've had a couple different trainings. Like I just watched the one, like I said, Ray Hidkin did one in my group, and it was just incredible. Can't even speak highly enough about these Facebook Lives and the information that you get. I took pages and pages and pages of notes, and they're things that I could use immediately. So that is so helpful. So that's one way, is these videos online. It's amazing. It's a different world now for network marketers. All right, number 2, good old books, guys. There's still books out there, still reading, okay? For people who like to read or just have time to read or understand the importance of reading, okay? I may be a math teacher, but I still stress the importance of reading. All right, so some of my favorite books, oh my gosh, there's too many to name right here, but GoPro by Eric Worre, Beach Money, Jordan Adler are awesome. If you want more ideas for books, drop books in the comments and I can send you some of my favorites. This is one that my mentor sent me, John Maxwell, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, okay? We always want to grow. So that is another awesome book. So drop books if you want more ideas for books to read about growing as a network marketer, growing and building relationships. There's just so many out there. All right, the next way is CDs, okay? I know you might think like, okay, CDs are old school. But I actually, at my last event that I went to last month, another one of my mentors, I have the best mentors, gave me this Jim Rohn CD. And I listen to it, I'm in my car all the time, so I listen to it in my car. I think I finished it in like 2 days because I drive a lot. But I have to re-listen to it so that I can take notes. But I just, in the first 5 minutes, I had all these nuggets, all of these quotes, all of these ideas of like how I could translate this generic training to my business. So there's so many different ways. CDs, you guys, there's podcasts, tons of free podcasts. There's just, the list goes on. So if you need ideas of where to get different podcasts or different CDs or things to listen to, because if you're like me, sadly I don't have a ton of time to listen, but I fit it in where I can, which is my next, I don't have a ton of time to read, so I listen more than I read these days. Which brings me to my next part. How in the world do we fit this in? Okay? You should be doing at least 30 minutes of personal development every day. I said it, every day. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes altogether, but fit in 30 minutes of personal development every day. You'll thank me, I promise, okay? So here's how I fit it in. As I said, I listen in my car. I listen to podcasts all the time in my car. MLM Nation is one of my favorites, Simon Chan. He's awesome. He constantly has different, six-figure top earning network marketers who are just sharing all of their information in there and things that they have to share. So that's one of my favorite podcasts. So as I'm driving, I am constantly listening to different podcasts or different, like I said, now I got my CD. When I'm getting ready in the morning, I got my earbuds in, I'm blow drying my hair, catching up either on some Facebook Lives from the night before or different professional development of different capacities. So I listen when I'm cleaning, all sorts of different ways to fit it in. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll listen when I'm doing these things, and then I go back and re-listen when I have time to write things down. So you just have to figure out how to fit it in. You can definitely do it. All right, let's see. So I'm curious, where do you listen? Where do you get your PD? How do you fit it in? Drop that in the comments because everybody wants to know. How do you fit it all in? That's the hot burning question. All right, and then in addition to all this generic network marketing training, which is so important, it is crucial that you are getting training from your company as well. So one place where you get amazing personal development and training from your company, you guys, is to go to events, okay? I can't stress enough how important it is to go to events. I'm not going to get into that and all that you get out of going to events now. If you go back to a live I did in October when I was at my event, I did a whole live in a Tinkerbell costume about why it's important to go to events. So drop Tink if you would like me to tag you in that video and hear about all that you can get out of going to team events. But it's so important. And not only is it important for you to go to events, it's important for you to bring your people to events, okay? They are life-changing, I promise you. The more people from your team that you bring, the better that your team is going to be in the long run. I promise. All right, drop a 2. If you've been to one of your company's events in the last year, drop a 2 in the comments. If you have been to a company event of yours in the last 1 year, or if you are planning on going to one in the next, we'll say, 3 months. I'll give you 3 months that you have a definite plan to go to one. All right, and then let's see. In addition to going to events for your team, your company, you guys plug into any training they have, whether they're calls, any trainings that are offered on your company, plug in, okay? You'll have the most up-to-date information. You will be the most knowledgeable about your products, about what the opportunity that you have to offer. And, there's always more to learn. It doesn't matter if you've been with your company for 3 weeks or 3 years. Plug in because you can always learn more. You learn tips from other people, maybe thinking about things in other ways. There's just so much. If your company has meetings, I'm lucky everything for my company is online, but if your company has meetings to attend, get to those meetings and bring guests with you. You've got to spread the word, okay? Bring guests with you. So overall, you guys, I hope that my message is getting across of how imperative personal development is to your well-being. Not only will you grow in your industry, you will grow as a person, I promise you. I mean, think about it. Would you go to a doctor who had no training to become a surgeon, become a doctor? No. Would you go let somebody cut your hair who did not have any sort of training? Absolutely not. So it's so important in every industry to personal develop as much as you can. All right, so as I said, this is not something you want to skimp on. 30 minutes every day, you can make this happen, you guys. I have grown so much in the last few months, as a person, I think. And part of it is I've had amazing mentors. I have an amazing opportunity that I've been given. But, I mean, I have been committed to this personal development, and it has paid off in dividends. Like, it is amazing how much I've learned in the last few months. I never would have thought. But I hope that you guys found this helpful. If you did find this helpful, drop me a 10. Give me a 10 in those comments. And feel free to share with your teams. Feel free to share, spread the love if you found this helpful and you think other people would find this helpful as well. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.